Alright, so this is my video review for Paranormal Activity 4, and the reason why I'm just kind of randomly making this video review is because I had a lot to say after seeing it last night, and so I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I really like the whole series, and it's starting to become my favorite horror franchise, and I really like going to see it every year. So I just kind of wanted to voice my opinion out there before most people go see it tonight, because there were a lot of things that I think I should say so that you can go in there knowing them. But if you like going in with an open mind, then why are you watching this review in the first place? Anyway, all right. So as far as all the movies are concerned, the third movie, in my opinion, still takes the cake to me because it had the most original scares. It had the best reason to be filming, as far as I'm concerned. I'll get to that later in a second. But basically, the third movie just had the best overall feel to the whole series. Let's just get started on the fourth one real quick. Basically, I'm not going to go into the plot or anything like that. I'm just going to point out different details of the movie that I liked or that I didn't like. So, as far as scares are concerned, this is probably the only part of the movie that actually I didn't like. Is that a lot of the scares were cheap scares, like this stupid cat just comes out of nowhere in front of the camera. No, that's dumb. I don't like that. That's not what the series has been about. The series has been about very subtle scares that you kind of see over off in the corner and you're like, oh wow, did you see that? Or things that you can point out to your friends saying that, oh, did you see that? But this movie had a lot of jump scares, not jump scares, but cheap scares, like someone randomly appears in front of the camera or something dumb like that. This movie, unlike any other one in the whole series, it had a lot of like jump cuts, and that contributed to the cheap scares, and there were a lot of it. Like there's this one scene where she's in the closet and then all of a sudden she's in the middle of her room, like it just kind of jump cut to the middle of her room, and like it makes a really loud noise when the camera shifts. Like it would kind of be kind of like if I went like this. So I was looking in the book and like there was just a lot of things about witches and it was just super weird like that, and there were a lot of them. That is so dumb. It made me there were so many of them that by the end of the movie it almost made me mad because they kept going and going and there were so many of them. Anyway, so that's my only negative thing about the movie. The rest of the movie is actually really good. It had the best characters of the whole series. I cared about all of them more than I cared about any of the other characters in all the other movies. Like the girl in the second movie came off as so annoying. The first movie, the acting was iffy, and then the third movie, I didn't care. But as far as this movie is concerned, it had the most likable characters. I cared about everybody, and that definitely contributed to a lot of the scares, the legitimate scares in the movie. So basically, the ending in this movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry. The ending in this movie was probably the quickest, it was the only part of the movie that literally, like, legitimately scared me. So be prepared because it's pretty awesome. And then I saw a lot of people walking out of the theater saying things like, "Oh man, we waited an hour and a half for the last 20 seconds." Well, guess what? That's how it is every single movie. So what did you come in here expecting? And you still pay to go see it every year. That's why they keep making them. So, don't complain. I mean, I knew that coming into this movie that nothing was really going to be scary until the last 20 seconds. And there are a lot of scary parts. There are a lot of subtle things that they do correctly in this movie. A lot of it has to do with the Connect, which I made a joke in the movie. I told my friend that the whole reason why the ghost is coming after them is because they have a Connect, which is kind of stupid. Connects are gay. But anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that the Connect was used really well, similar to like the fan in the third one, the fan camera, how it was panning back and forth, and the security cameras in the third one. And that was done really well with the Connect. It added a lot to the scares that happened in the movie. A lot of the subtle things, which was good, of course. And so the next thing I want to talk about real quick was the reason that they're filming. In the first movie, the reason that they're filming is because the guy in the first movie, Micah or whatever his name was, he was just filming because he just kind of wanted to. They could get away with that in the first movie. The second movie, someone broke in, they put in the security cameras. Awesome, that's fine. In the third movie, he had the fan camera, and he was a wedding producer, a wedding filmmaker or something. He was a wedding videographer, or whatever you want to call it. And he basically he had a reason to be filming, and he had a lot of film equipment. He had all this kind of stuff. He had a legitimate reason. Now on the fourth one, the reason why they're filming, I noticed from the very beginning, was just kind of random. The Skype calls were really cool, or they never officially said it was Skype, but the Skype calls that they had were really cool. I thought that was good. It definitely can relate to this generation of people. So I thought those were really cool. And then, but it was just kind of weird because they set up computers around the house to film things, and I don't know. I mean, it worked. I mean, it's understandable. It's not unrealistic, but it was definitely just kind of random as compared to the other things. Basically, that's pretty much the where the movie succeeds the most is in character development. And like I said, they had the most likable characters of the whole series, and you find yourself rooting for these characters, unlike the other movies where you're just kind of scared, so you don't really care. I found myself rooting for these characters actually, and I really enjoyed them being in this movie. I thought the acting was the best of the whole series. But overall, I think that the series is fine. I mean, 4 movies is a lot, and I was a Saw fan, and I learned my lesson. Okay, I mean, I learned my lesson. It's just kind of like 4 is too much, but this is fine. It doesn't really progress the story any further. Kind of like the second and third ones did. The movie just kind of ends, and you're just kind of okay. But I mean, they want to make a 5th one anyway, so be it as they will. The other thing that annoyed me actually was not about the movie. It was in the theater, and I'm sure if you go see it tonight, you're gonna have to deal with that. There was just people, every little thing, they just had to make a comment. Like every time it turned to night, people in theater were like, "Oh, oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, here we go again!" And like all these people behind me were like chit chatting, and then like, after every scare, it's cool for everybody to laugh and stuff like that. But I swear to God, there were some people that just continued like talking and laughing about it for like 3 minutes after the scare, and I was just like, "What the heck?" But that's just people in the theater. I mean, it's part of the experience, I guess. But that just irritates me. So I mean, if just expect that tonight if you're going. Anyway, so this video is getting a lot longer than I thought it was, and if you made it to the end, congratulations, and listening to me talk for 7 minutes and 20 seconds so far. But anyway, so that's pretty much my review. Overall, it's a great movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I mean, if you're going in wanting to have a good time, it's definitely a good time. It's not the best of the whole series, but I mean, it's definitely good. It doesn't really add anything new, but I mean, how many times can you have a door open by itself? Anyway, so I thought it was good overall. Definitely worth the money. Definitely worth a good experience with friends. Overall, probably second best in the series behind the 3rd movie, which was overall the best of the series. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I have to say. I just kind of had a lot to say, so I wanted to get that out there. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoy the movie, and thanks for watching.